amazing. I feel like there's so much space. Everything is very spacious. I mean, they speak a little bit of English, we speak a little bit of French, and somehow that just works out fine. I really don't like talking bad about people, but that's just the experience sadly that we got here. Prices are really good, and for the quality, oh. Hello you guys, and welcome back to our living room. Unfortunately, it's just gonna be me today. As you know, Jung-bin, he is often a busy man, so you'll have to deal with it just being me today. I hope that's okay though. I have been wondering lately where time has gone, because I feel like these days time is just flying. It's actually been more than a year since we moved here. We've had a lot of experience, so I thought today let's talk about some of the things that we learned or experienced since we moved here. Because I definitely feel like I learned a lot about the French culture since we moved here, and now I've been living here for a year. If you haven't watched our channel before, and if you don't know who we are currently living in the south of France in a little city called Odes. So I actually never been to Paris. I don't know that part of the country. I will speak for this part of the country and where I've been and what I've experienced here. But I will say that some French people, they say if you have only been to Paris, then you have never experienced the real French. Even French people, they say like the real France is like these small villages. I don't know what to say about that. So let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I think of when I think of France and where we live currently is the nature. It's so beautiful here. We have been on so many trips, and there are so many small villages you can visit, and the nature is just amazing. Like, it's totally astonishing how beautiful the nature is around here, and it's changing so much depending on where you go. Right where we live, there are not that many mountains, but if you drive like a couple of hours, you will see huge mountains. Here is more like forest, a lot of hills, and France is a huge country. Like, the landscape is amazing. I feel like there's so much space. Everything is very spacious, which I think also have something to do with the agriculture here, because this area is really known for their own vegetables and fruits and legumes and so on. So if you wanna eat like really fresh, this is the place to come to, seriously. There are so many farmers markets around here. You can really just taste the freshness of the product, and a lot of it is also organic, which I appreciate that. As late as yesterday, we actually went to a farmer. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. They have this little barn where they're selling a lot of their crops. You can also go to their fields and you can pick the vegetables yourself. Yesterday we went there. It was just before closing time, so we didn't go to pick any vegetables ourselves, but we got some from the little shop they had in their barn. Anyway, I feel like this is so cool. Like, you can get really fresh products, and that's something I really like about this area. I'm sure if you go more north or even to like the coast, it will be different again. Also, the culture will be changing a bit depending on where you are. Speaking about the culture differences, I also experienced, we both experienced, suddenly people, they also change a lot. So I feel like we're lucky that the first time we come and live in France, we are living in a small village, small, in the middle of nowhere, because I feel like people here are very sweet and calm and generous, and they're also very welcoming. I mean, they speak a little bit of English, we speak a little bit of French, and somehow that just works out fine. Definitely when you go to some of the more touristy places, or just in general some of the bigger cities, we have quite often experienced that people, they can be a little bit more snobbish. I really don't like talking bad about people, but that's just the experience sadly that we got here. I mean, there's some of the bigger cities that I really like. I mean, I've been in Toulouse, I really like Toulouse. I have been in Lyon, Château. Bordeaux was also really nice. But there are other places, like when you go there, you don't really feel that welcome. People are really good at making you feel like you don't belong there. They don't really like foreigners. Sometimes I can get the same experience here, like if you don't speak French, people there just ignoring you. You feel kind of like a ghost, that you don't exist. And something we also experienced is that French culture is like very rich. There are a lot of mixed cultures here. We see people from the Middle East, we see people from Africa, like those countries are very wrong represented here. But sadly, we don't see that many people from Asia. And I've heard from several Asian people living here in France that they have experienced racism, some of them like really bad. And that just makes me so sad because I never really tried that before. Like, I don't see the purpose of racism. I hate to talk about racism because I feel like it shouldn't exist, but I feel like I also have to address this issue. Yeah, JB&CILLE also experienced this, and it's really sad to see, and it really hurts my feelings. So maybe it might be different in Paris because I'm sure there are more Asian people there. That is something that really makes me sad about this country. But yeah, let's not dig deeper into that. I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. So on that note, I feel like we need to talk about a pro again. The restaurants. I'm telling you, the food here and the prices when you go to the restaurant is just amazing. Like, coming from Korea to here, I feel like grocery shopping is so cheap. Like, I can buy whatever I want to and I don't feel bad about it. Especially like fruits in Korea was killing me. I am addicted to fruit. But here, luckily, it is so cheap, so I can buy all the fruits I want to, and I am happy that I can buy everything here without feeling bad about the price tag. Korea, on the other hand, going out and eating, I felt like it was really cheap. So I come from Denmark, and in Denmark it is crazy expensive to eat out. But in Korea, you could kind of justify going out eating a little bit more because it was cheap. And I feel the same here. Like, in Korea, if you had to eat the kind of food you get here, it would be expensive, yes. But in Korea, if you were going out eating Korean food, it would be relatively cheap. If you want to eat European food in Korea, it would be expensive. Here, it's like mostly European food, but the prices are really good. And for the quality, oh, you would see that the restaurants here, they often prioritize getting their products from the local producers, like oils, fruit, vegetables, legumes, even the drinks, the wines, the bread, everything they use, they really try to get it as local as possible, even the meat. By doing that, you can actually taste the quality difference. Like, it's so much more fresh because you get it locally. And yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna miss a lot when we move away from here because the food is just amazing. Definitely, I will recommend you if you come to France and if you come here to eat, then check out. Okay, so now I'm totally going to change the subject, but this is something that has also been on my mind for a while and I don't understand about France. So when you pay your bills in Denmark and Korea, everything is just digital, so it's very easy. But here it's like a whole other world. Like, when you have to pay your bills, you receive this kind of like check. You have to fill out the form, and you have to go to the post office, and then you have to send it to pay your bills. And it's every single month almost, and it's so weird to me. I also see that some of the old people, they pay with checks in the shops. I don't know, I never saw that in my country. That was kind of shocking to me the first time I saw it. I don't know if it's normal in other countries. So yeah, that's just something I find very interesting. But I would say when it comes to paying the bills like that, I feel like it's very time consuming. And I mean, come on, friends, there is better ways to do that. One thing I forgot to mention about the food culture here is that I really love. Doesn't matter what weather it is, even now it's like getting really cold outside, you will still see people sitting on the streets drinking coffee. Like, people, they really love the restaurant life. They really love sitting outside and enjoying. A lot of shops, they close like around noon, 12 o'clock. Then they take a break, probably a lunch break. I mean, that makes sense. And then they open up around 2 o'clock again. So they take like a 2-hour break. That's something I see in general in this culture. Like, people, they like to be very relaxed. That's definitely something you will feel a lot when you come here. I don't know what else I can say about France. There are probably a ton of things that I didn't talk about that I have experienced or noticed. But right now, this is what I can come up with. But all in all, I would say France is a really nice country. I mean, now I have been living in Denmark, Germany, Switzerland, Korea, and France, and I would say France is definitely up there. I really miss my own country. I feel like the more I see the world, the more I feel so blessed that I come from Denmark. But for now, we're really happy here where we live. Of course, obviously the football is not going the way we want, and probably if you ask Jung-bin, he will also have a lot of things to say about the football here, how it's different from Korea, Denmark, Switzerland, etc. Anyway, if there is anything you're curious about or anything you want to know before you travel here, let us know in the comments. Like seriously, while filming this, it's November the 1st and I haven't been home since November, so it's been 1 year now, more or less. And I've been so homesick lately. Like I really miss my family, I really miss my country. It's been even longer since Jongbin, he was home, and even longer since he saw his family. So I feel like we're both getting a little bit tired. Wow, this is just getting into one big ramble. Anyways, I didn't mean to talk about this now, but lately I've been a little bit down because I really miss home. It's been difficult making videos really, and because I have been feeling a bit down and homesick and sometimes even a little bit lonely here. But what was my point of this? I really just want to make videos that makes me happy. I'm trying to keep up with the videos like 1 time a week, but lately since I've been a bit down, it's been difficult to keep up with. So I hope you guys can bear over with me for a little while. Hopefully after I've been back home this winter, I will have renewed energy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and it really would help me so much. Like thank you guys so much always. I'm so grateful for you. You have no idea. But it would really help us out if you comment this video, if you share it, if you like it. If you're not subscribed, then what are you doing? Come on, please subscribe, help us out, and click that bell so you get the notifications every single week. But I thought maybe this video would be interesting for some of you guys, especially because we are an international couple and we have been living in a lot of different places. Jongbin will be back next week for sure. Anyway, thank you guys and we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you.